And 5, 4, 3, 2. Just waiting for truck fashion. You got it?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, and going live in
So, like the,
There we go. What was you doing?
yo, what's going on? It's your main man Humvee.
It's your boy DB.
And this is the Truckcast episode number. I know we're in the 90s.
Oh, 91.
No, it's not 91.
Yes, it is.
What?
Was 91 a good year?
It's episode 92. 92.
Oh, should I put
91 was a
91?
good year though.
91.
69 was a very good year.
You know what I mean, my dear.
My dear.
69 was a very good. Dang, so that's what he meant by that.
Yeah, he was saying that was not what he meant by that. He meant putting the pussy on the face.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I didn't. I'm thinking of, he's talking about the wine, like 69, the wine. You pop the bottle open.
Right.
Damn, I'm just.
Somebody's late. Man, my shit not even.
Hey, you know what we do here. We talk about relationships.
Talk about
we talk about love, marriage, dating issues, and we talk about how to stay together and find love and stay together longer than 60 days.
60 days, y'all.
Longer than 60 days. Who's ready to find love? And once you find love in 60 days, let's go ahead and get married.
Open your heart.
Open your heart. I like that. Open your heart. It's time. It's time to do something. All right. You know what we do. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you follow us on Libsyn.com. Libsyn.com. Type up the Truckcast, TheTruckcast. There you will find me, Humvee, and your boy DB. And make sure you follow us on Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, Deezer, Anchor, not Anchor, but it's a bunch of it. It's a bunch. We're on all streaming platforms where you can find us, and we've been doing it for like since what, April, April 2018. We've been going for a long time, guys, and thank you guys so much for supporting us and following us and letting us know how you like the show, and keep emailing us those truck fashions. We do have a truck fashion. We're going to talk about it later, but as you can see, we have guests in the back of the truck tonight.
Hello, world.
It's going down in a major way on a Sunday fun day. When I was trying to tell him, he was like, what name? But this is the Sunday fun day conclusion right here. Hey, sorry, the Texans. Damn, I don't even want to talk about it.
So let's skip on. Just gonna keep moving.
Thanks. All right. As you can see, we do have guests in the back of the truck tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself before I even say, because we got the Porter family.
I'm gonna let them introduce by one
We
by one.
got the Porter family in the truck. Now you can go ahead and say, I had to say, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
How you doing? Go ahead.
What up? I'm Shalon.
Hey, Shalon.
I'm Chantel.
Hey, Chantel.
And I'm Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, cool. Hello, world. How you doing?
You say, hey, hello.
Hello, world. That's my thing.
And it's the Porter family. The Porter family is in the truck tonight. And if you don't know about the Porter family, go ahead and tell them a little bit about you.
We are a polythrouple, live a little different, an extraordinary love.
Right.
You know, a blended family.
Mm.
Showing there's all type of ways of love.
And how did the family start? How did the throuple start?
The throuple started with an idea, well, a joke,
Right.
of course,
Right.
and you know, problems. Not in your typical poly
Right.
way. Let me go ahead and clarify
Okay,
that.
okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
I did it in the horrible way. I did it, you know. I don't want to say what the typical man does, because I sat there and everybody attacked me. Well, ain't no typical man that does that. I was just thinking about me. And I went out there and I cheated, whatever.
Yeah.
And then thank God, Shalon was, still willing to love me
Definitely.
all the way through, and wanted to see another opportunity, wanted to make something out of it. And instead of dividing our family, she blended our family, and we expanded.
Dope,
And that's
man.
how it all started.
That's what I'm
Just a
talking
rough
about.
edit. Just a rough
Hey,
edit.
I like it,
real
man.
quick.
I like it. I like it, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So you guys have been like pretty much all over the city, like dropping knowledge, dropping jewels
979.
everywhere.
They're popular, yeah.
And I know I seen the clip. It was last year. I seen it, and I was like, what's going on right here?
Mm-hmm.
And I listened, and I was like, you know what? One of my friends was talking. My female friends was talking about, like, she was thinking about doing this, and then, you know, me and DB, we go out all the time, and we running into people that want to talk about relationships, and this subject matter always happens to come up
Yes, sir.
about the poly life.
About being what poly and being
Yeah.
It is
polyamorous,
and polygamy. Yeah.
polyamory, polygamous, depending what you want to do. I mean, from a religious point, I mean, polygamy will be,
Okay.
you know, polygyny, polyandry,
Okay.
polyamory.
Well, start at the top. What's the tree?
The main one at
Okay.
the top, you could just say polyamory.
Polyamory.
Because polyamory is going
All
to let you do everything.
Okay.
But you have polygamy where they have the religious basis with everything. So polygamy will have two forms, which would be polyandry, and that's a woman with multiple husbands, or polygyny, which is a man with multiple wives. Now you go back to polyamory.
Okay.
Polyamory is going to be loving with consent. Basically, just drop it like that. So everybody's gonna know. Everybody's gonna know what it is. So you can have your triads, your polycues, your solo polys. You have so many options in that world, as long as you're transparent, honest, and there's love within everything that you're doing for the individuals that you're involved in.
Transparent.
And we definitely gonna talk about transparency, of course.
Big facts.
Communicable.
Communicate.
We gotta talk about whether or not to use, I guess, the word condition or unconditioned. I don't know. He broke it down to us, and now I was like, oh man, dang. Let me call this girl up. No, I was like,
Let me speak to you for a minute.
right. Let me
Get in your ear real fast.
She was like, boy, you don't get your ugly ass out.
Girl, I just learned
Yeah.
something.
You don't get your,
Right, you know what I'm saying?
don't get your ugly ass
I
out.
just learned something new, you know, and I wanna.
Yes.
Hey, what I was gonna ask. We'll talk about it later. Hey, do you have a PSA, man? Anybody has a PSA, a public service
Anything they want to get off their chest
about relationships?
about relationships, anything,
Okay.
anything you want to talk about.
Anything you want to talk about?
Go ahead.
It's not about relationships.
Uh-oh.
It's about life. Life is what you make it.
Definitely.
We just don't say that. So
Nice box of
Yeah.
chocolate.
you can make it.
Right.
Some pocket chocolate.
I like
It
that.
depends on what you're putting out in the universe.
That's
what
it.
you will get back.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's really what you make it. You reaping what you sow. So something positive and something good
Definitely.
in
I try to do that every day. Try to put out positive
There
energy.
you go.
Right.
Big facts.
Definitely.
Well, I do. I got you. I done ain't no
Yeah,
PSAs.
on this
Speaking
I
into
got
existence.
a PSA I want to say. I want to say, ladies out there, look, your man has feelings. Consider his feelings within your relationship.
Thank you.
Just because he a man don't mean the boy ain't got no feelings, man. Consider his motherfucking feelings, you know what I'm saying? I gotta
Right.
edit my motherfucking self. Because
Yeah,
motherfuckers
yeah.
out here thinking that men ain't got motherfucking feelings, you know what I'm saying? Consider your man's feelings, man. Ladies,
Ladies, please.
my female,
consider it.
he ain't all hard all the time. Sometimes you gotta consider that man's feelings.
Right.
Man. Enough said.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not walking with my head down working all day. Like, I have feelings.
You got feelings, man.
I want to be able to call you and tell you about what's going on with me.
And then they're like,
But you got to go back to the males too. Learn how to express them. Learn how to actually put them out there.
that's true.
You know, you don't gotta look
Expressing how she's
soft.
supposed
You ain't
to
gotta
go.
cry and be like, "Oh, you have me."
They
You
gonna
know,
say
learn
we
how to
soft,
just say,
though.
"Look, yo, put them out there." You know, get an understanding for them. Come at me a little different, or speak to me in a little different way. Let's figure something out. You know, as a team, as a unit, as a family.
You right.
go.
You right. Shit.
I had to touch that shit.
All right, y'all. Hey, shout out to everybody. You know what time it is. It's truck fetching time.
Truck fishing time, y'all.
You guys ready?
Yes,
You
sir.
still have a letter?
And this is when our viewers, our lovely truckcasters,
Yep.
reach out to us via email, truckcast2018@gmail.com, and
That's
they
it.
write us letters with their issues, and we give them, and of course, some of the best
advice.
advice you can ever find
Greatest advice
via podcast
from Humvee and
and DB.
Yeah, and definitely
and our guests.
and our guests. So the Porter family, we definitely want you guys to chime in and let us know what you think about this. Now this, I seen it, and I was like,
You have to
should I
study for the
even?
test first.
No, it's
no.
a steady can't. It's a test you can't study for.
Right.
All right.
You know?
Kind of like defensive driving.
All right, then.
What? All right. Anyway,
Go with
here we
it.
go.
Let's
All right.
go with it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with it. Here we go. Hey, Humvee and DB.
What up?
I think my friendship is in question. My friend and I have been hanging with each other for over 3 years, and we do everything together. Anywhere you see her, you see me. We have grown so close in the last 3 years. If I bring a guy around, she is the first to let me know, yay or nay. And I do the same for her. I am also building my resume by finishing up my undergrad and going on to get my master's degree as well. Maybe because it's my final semester before I graduate, but my focus on graduating with honors as well. Okay, hold on. Maybe because it's my final semester before
high school.
No, don't say that. Before I graduate, but my focus on graduating with honors as well as doing on-campus activities has gotten in the way of hanging out with my best friend, or at least that is what she's telling me. I missed maybe like 3 outings with my friends, which we call ourselves all my girls gang. Okay. To do other stuff on campus and get my papers turned in on time in all my classes. I told her that I'm going to log off of social media and log off from hanging out so much because I need to focus on my studies and graduating on time. She was all for it at first. Then I guess she was seeing that I wasn't answering my phone nor text messages from her, and she took it as if I was ignoring her. But it wasn't. I'm just busy, and I'm not busy hanging out with her, and she is taking it the wrong way. No, I don't have a man. I'm not hanging out with anyone else. I'm just focusing on me and what I have to accomplish in my personal life. She is now telling me everyone that she doesn't fuck with me anymore and that I'm a hoe. Just random unnecessary bullshit that I really don't need in my life right now. Bottom line is that I need to know, what should I do? Should I tell her again what I'm doing and this is for the benefit of my future and it doesn't concern her nor needs her consent? Or should I say fuck it and throw our friendship away? Signed, still a friend.
Is there another option besides those two?
I mean, those are the options she put out there.
So, confront her.
I mean, we can give her another one.
Confront her.
So what do you think?
I would say do nothing. Continue to do what it is that you're doing.
Okay.
If she was a good
Continue to do what
friend,
you're
but
doing.
if she was a good friend from the jump, then she would understand that you're trying to get yourself together.
Right.
Not saying that you and her friendship are lacking anything on that end. It's just I got to take care of me first because you're gonna take care of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That sounds like some You shit, like on that Netflix series You.
Oh, for real? I
Peach
don't know.
and
Never seen it.
Only because like I just feel like she's caught up and what used to be. So of course people get comfortable and once something changes or once they see someone outgrowing them, they're not okay with change.
Right.
They don't know how to handle it, so they like to lash out. Instead of lashing out, actually hear what it is that your friend had to say. And maybe you'll be a better friend to her. That's why I say don't do anything. You can show her better than you can tell her.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I'll come back later on.
That makes sense.
Let her
And come
know.
together,
Yeah. I'm for it. Like as a guy anyway, you know.
Guys are different.
Yeah, I'm be like, oh shit, my nigga, man, handle that, my nigga. Hey, when you blow up, hey, you feel me? That's how I am. That's how I am. But to the letter writer, still a friend. Definitely just keep doing what you doing.
Yeah.
Because it seems like you have bigger and better dreams. I mean, I don't want to say better, but like bigger and better dreams.
Yeah.
And you can always reach back. If she's still a friend, you can always reach back for her.
And if she
And
don't
bring her
reach
along.
back out to you, fuck her, because she wasn't your friend in the first place.
Boom.
God damn,
I like
that's
that. Right.
That's pretty
You know
much
what
what
I'm
she's saying. Like, what kind of friend would like talk down you because you want to do
Right.
better for yourself?
Right.
That ain't your friend. That's somebody that
I ain't
basically
fucking
wants
with her
to,
no more. She a hoe.
they
Like,
want to tear you
how you
down.
gonna call her a hoe?
Somebody
She wanna get
want
her
to tear you
shit
down.
together.
So you like
toxic.
you want
That's
that's
called
somebody
toxic.
you don't want
That's
to
called
mess with.
toxic.
That's a
called
toxic friendship. You don't need toxic friendships.
Right, definitely.
Fuck a boyfriend, leave her alone.
I like that. I like that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, well, she said
Escalated quick.
yeah, she said she's not. She don't have a
What'd
man.
I
She
say?
not hanging out with nobody, so she good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck her boyfriend.
But
So
when her pockets are lined
I
up, she's
show
gonna
you
be right
how.
back there.
Right.
Best friend. Now I remember when I was back there studying and we weren't best friends.
Right. All of a
I'm
sudden,
just
she.
trying to elevate myself.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You know
That's
what I mean?
it.
Yeah.
I would never have a
And
problem.
support is always
That's
an
somebody I can
important
borrow
thing
money
in
from.
everybody's
It
life.
is,
Yeah,
it is.
Support is
Like I want you to
very
elevate
important.
yourself, because then I'm not gonna borrow money from you.
That part.
What?
I'm nothing. Just keep doing you, friend.
Hey, thank you for the letter, man. Did you?
I just said.
Because I want to, make sure.
Go ahead, finish, host the show before you get beat up. Go ahead.
Now you want to,
host the show, bro. Host the motherfucking show, bro.
Now I'm a hoe.
Go ahead.
Hey, shout out to Still a Friend. Thank you for the letter. Keep pushing, yo. Keep pushing. She'll be there. Don't worry about it. She'll be there.
Everything work out.
Fuck a boyfriend.
Jesus.
Fuck a boyfriend?
Show her how much of
That's what you said?
That's what, I said. That's pretty quick.
I thought she said she didn't have one.
No, she didn't have one. So I'm like, damn.
Someone fucking friend, boyfriend.
Oh,
Don't do that. Let you want to. Free love. But go ahead. Yeah.
Make sure you continue sending us those truck questions at truckcast2018@gmail.com, man. All right, let's get to these questions.
You got some questions with the Porter family.
The
poly
We outside.
Yes, sir. We actually inside.
We really are, though.
Inside.
Technically,
We're
we're
outside.
Technically, we're outside, but we're inside the outside.
Y'all know what it is.
All right, here we go. I always like to start it off with a true or false question.
So did they introduce themselves? Tell their names?
Yeah.
Oh, there's signs though, like how you do it.
I want you to go from here this way. Introduce
Clockwise
your
and
name,
counterclockwise?
sign, and I don't know anything else you want to say special about yourself. Yeah, Instagram, your IG, I don't know what y'all want to do.
My name is Shalon. I'm part of the Porter family triad. I guess whatever it's called.
I like that triad.
Triad.
I like throw
Call it that. Throuple. Threesome. I don't know.
Super team.
Escalated quick again.
Super team.
Super team. I like that.
Collab.
Power
squad,
Rangers.
I don't know.
Yeah, Power
I'm a
Rangers,
Leo.
but you get power.
Roar, I guess.
So, is a Leo?
Roar.
Is that like a wind or air?
Leo, no.
Oh, it's fire.
Yeah, fire.
Wind. Fire.
I'm the most calmest fire you'll ever know.
Well, I don't want
You
that.
know
I want
that.
fire.
Till you piss her off.
Until
I
you
say
piss
this-
me off.
Okay,
Till
so
you
you there.
Piss off when
Oh.
you trigger her.
Okay.
You're the
Like stabbing
gasoline to
folk?
my flame.
Okay.
Stabbing folk.
Right.
But Leo are some of the most married people on earth.
Ah,
Most Leos are
that's
married.
what's up.
Like every Leo I know, they're probably
I don't know
married.
how they stay married. We crazy.
Because a Leo is two things. Even though it's a lion, it's still a cat.
What you
That
gotta say
escalated
over there?
quick. That escalated. I'm Alex. I'm a Taurus. And that's all I really got. Follow us on Porter Family. Reach out, show love, always support. We appreciate it.
Taurus is a hard head, right?
Hard-headed in the motherfucker. We do not give up.
Do y'all agree, ladies?
Yes.
Yes.
But a
And-
simple man I am.
Right.
A simple man.
Okay.
Very.
Anything wrong with that?
Yeah, no, it is simple. Chantel.
Okay.
I'm an Aries. And yeah, I like long walks.
That's a fucking lie.
And she and,
Short walk.
and in this
Short
throuple,
walk.
you are the
Hey, I just want to walk to check the mailbox.
you better
The day I see that, I might have a heart attack right there in the living room on the floor.
She loves one thing, naps.
all day.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with napping that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm with her on that one. You know what? I'll see her ass fall asleep. I'm right behind her.
This is facts.
I like this pastime. This is a hobby I've never done before.
Naps.
What sport you good at, napping?
Wait a minute.
But we are the Porter family.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. And I was gonna say something I forgot. Well, Chantel was here last week with the other girls,
Yeah.
and she is the sister wife, right?
Yes.
In the throuple.
Right?
Yeah.
Try it.
Well,
Triad throuple. I like throuple.
Yeah, there's so many different
Family.
names for it. We just family.
Family.
You know,
Family.
just
The Porter
family.
family.
Family. We are a blended family.
Fam bam.
And
Thank you,
we're
man.
sister wives to each other. So
Sister. So that's what you would call each other
Yeah.
if it's a triad, right? Sister wives. And if it's like two males, what are they? Brother
Yeah,
wives?
brother husbands.
Brother
You
husband.
say what?
No, this is facts. This is facts. No, I know y'all. I knew y'all was gonna laugh, but no, yeah.
My brother husband.
Hey, this my brother husband right here.
brother husband over there. We should, and they do have, you know, and it was crazy, right?
There ain't many of them.
There are some that are out there like that. So you know,
I'm not here to knock that. Yeah, you right.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, so many different dynamics.
Cause you gotta be you like to be a male within a throuple. I can't be Superman and Wonder Woman. So man, I don't know. You gotta be Jesus Christ and
One of y'all
Superman
have to
all in
fold.
one.
Somebody got
One
to
of y'all have to
fold?
be fold. One of y'all
I
have
ain't
to
folding no
be
damn
fold.
clothes.
It can't be two alpha males in a
can't be-
throuple situation.
Yeah,
Because y'all gonna go in there every day and it's gonna be like a Mayweather.
males are very
and
egotistical.
Canelo
I mean,
fight
the
every
ego is gonna always clash.
So who's the submissive one in the Porter family?
Yeah.
Both the female would be the
Yeah.
submissive one. I mean,
It's different when you're working with a male.
Okay.
Oh no, well I mean I would never be in the two male throuple. I'm just saying. I was speaking on if I was the male.
I'm just saying.
I was speaking on if I was the male with two women.
Yeah, no,
Like-
So both women, they don't have to, but like more than likely they are submissive. Or
yeah,
like,
they'll, you know,
We have
they'll-
our moments
Right.
where we're both submissive
Mhm.
at certain points.
Yeah. That
But
makes
we
They'll
sense.
trust within me or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But
That's what's up.
also it is a tug and pull because they're independent. So
Mhm.
And we're both fire signs.
Yeah.
and so it does clash.
Right.
It does it's a lot of discussions. A lot of okay, well we all got to get kind of on the same page and everything. But they do, you know, we all come together collectively, and that's the beautiful thing about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's 2020. You know, you got women that talk full of independence,
Mhm.
and to give one man, you know, like, hey, I believe in you.
Right. I'm not gonna.
Like,
I'm not gonna.
that's-
Right.
And
You know,
it's not
that's a
even,
lot.
It's to one man, but also to each other. We
Okay,
give it to each
okay,
other.
okay.
You know, because there's things that I haven't done for Chantel. Shalon came through like
Right.
for Chantel. Chantel has came through
That's
for
wild. That's
Shalon.
wild.
We do it for each other.
That makes sense.
And that's what a lot of people get misinterpreted. Like,
Okay.
That
okay,
I'm winning.
how can you
yeah.
do so much for her and you and her are not married, or that's
Yeah.
not the person you committed yourself to? Well,
Mhm.
she's equally as much of him as I am, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna give her the same amount of love and respect that I give to him.
Right.
Right. Wow. So do you guys have like this might be a dumb question, but do you guys just like have a ceremony like do you gotta get 2 rings? 2
Yeah, two
Two-
rings.
They have
We
rings.
have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
Did-
that's
did-
good. That's a
you
good
got
question.
2 rings?
I
That's a
got
good
no
question.
ring. They were supposed to buy me a ring.
What?
They were,
Hey, y'all slipping.
exactly.
I agree.
Shit.
Sister, why ass?
Right. You know what I mean?
They're like, you're in a relationship. I said, who, me? Nah.
The way my
I
finances
ain't got no
are
ring
set
right
Oh,
up,
see how
Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Oh, shit. You right.
Say
the
the
way my
word.
finances are set up right now, I'm working on it.
Women always say they broke. They got about 10 grand in the bank.
10
I'm
grand
broke.
in the bank.
Layaway.
I'm
Yeah,
broke.
that shit is in the bank.
You got $10,575. What the hell?
Tell me about it.
Man, women be all talking about they broke.
Your mama say never leave the house broke. So
There you go.
that's your backup money. But you ain't broke.
All right, let's
Touche. Get these questions popping.
Hey, here's a true or false question. True or false? Listen up. Are relationships defined by titles? Now we got to put title on everything. We got to put title on polygamy, polyamorous, the throuple,
Friendship.
friendships.
You should always put titles on Well, can I put an explanation with the?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be true. But you want the title, but take the entitlement out, and that's the problem with a lot of people.
Take the entitlement out.
Yeah,
Ladies!
because you feel that's in poly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't want to put the second. You know what I mean? Of course. You know, monogamous. This is my wife.
Right.
You know, you're my mother. So everybody's gonna have their
Right.
own title, whatever it is. But
Right.
in this type of relationship, no, we don't consider 2, 3, 4. No, no one's entitled to nothing. Now the history is going to be different, of course. Like with Shalon, I have 20 years, so she'll never
Right.
match that history.
Of course.
And then of course what I'm building with her, it's always going to be different. But we take the entitlement out because it's still just each relationship is developing for itself.
Right.
I think that's that's the hardest thing for a lot of people to comprehend, because you always get who's first, who's second. No one's first, no
Right,
one's second.
right.
No one's third.
So
No
definitely,
one's third.
you gotta
Right.
you gotta tell people to get that out their minds
Right.
first when they ask that question, because that's what they go to.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right, definitely.
Like I just want to know how the makeup is. Like, okay, well, who came 1st?
Right, definitely.
Which is understandable, but as far as that's the first business.
So Alex, you say true. Shalon, you say true to the question. True. Oh, so it's true. DB.
So like when it first comes to like the relationship, Alex and Shalon, you guys was together first, right?
Correct.
Because I know our viewers want to know this.
Yeah.
How was it that you guys were so I shan't tell this, but I'm gonna ask you different now. Like how was it to like just give in and like ready to share? Because to me that's like some of the most unselfish shit you can do, Shalon, to be willing and open and have a new sister wife into your polygamous relationship. So like how was it to like do it? Like how did you feel, and like what was your mindset at that moment?
First of all, I had to become one with myself before I was able to invite somebody else into my household and be able to respect and understand where she was coming from at that point in time. So until I figured out what I wanted to do with myself and where I see myself within my future and open up my heart, then I couldn't meet her at that point to where we were able to meet.
Right.
Once I thought I was able to get to that point, I opened my heart up to meet her. Then again, certain things came along during that instance where it caused me to be more closed in, but then like I said, I had to become one with myself and realize I need to take myself out of just being me and being selfish and realize where she's coming from as well.
Right. I kind of feel like that it had to be some kind of comfortness that Chantel brought to the table, or maybe some type of some like ability for you seen her as more of an asset than a liability to the relationship. Am I correct on that? Like you seen like, okay, she can bring so much more to this relationship for you to be that open. It had to be something you seen, right?
Oh yeah, she brought out parts of him that I hadn't seen before
and that you liked
and that I liked.
Right.
So it was easier for me to be able to meet her at that same level and be like, okay, well, there's things in him that I like that you were bringing out in him, and I know there's things that you have grown to know within him that I brought out to him.
Because I wasn't, like I said, 20 years over here. The individual that she knew at the beginning of this relationship ain't the same individual that she met.
Right.
So she helped me grow. She helped me mature. She helped me mold myself. She was always the better part. You know what I mean? Because I was a fucked up individual back then. So, you know, she worked with me. You know what I mean?
It takes a lot to admit that.
So the person she met, was what she had a hand on. Now the person that she also helped with, you know, put everything together.
So
that's why I say it's a difference of relationships, different of histories. You know, it's just those will never match with those who we become.
So Chantel, as you going into it, you know that you have to meet Shalon on some things. Were you trying to like present yourself as maybe like, okay, I want to be here, I want to make this better, I want to grow with you guys? Like, was that your mind, your state of mind when you went to them, or he came in? I don't know how it went.
Like when I was invited in, that's what I seen that I could bring to that was, you know, a lot of love, like a lot of just peace to the situation, because I was the person coming in. I wasn't involved in the chaos.
Right.
I could only provide what I knew, and that was love, and basically like learned just how they operated and had them learn how I operate, and we meshed it together as a whole.
And the operation became perfect. How long y'all been together now?
The family.
Like in total, all of us together?
Yes.
Hold on, 3 years.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, but you guys been together 20 years.
20 years.
So out of those 20 years, 3 years y'all been together. So total.
So me and Alex been together 4 years. 4 years. And
then we got 16.
2 years.
Okay.
So
I think 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years
It
because
was 2017.
well, it's 2020. Well, Look, I'm homeboy.
But y'all together.
Yeah, we been together.
I want to know what them hoes say to y'all.
Huh?
What them jealous ass women say to y'all.
They say a lot.
That don't have the state of mind or the ability to be, you know, unselfish. Because women, we all can be selfish.
No, and what's crazy, right? I wouldn't
I think
say
it's
say
their brain.
say yeah, because they would prefer it in the sense of I had one woman tell me, she was like, well, I prefer it if my husband's gonna go out there and have somebody else on the side, that we keep that to you know, to a secret. He could go do whatever he's gonna do. We'll have a code word. Just don't tell me about it. It's not poly, because poly is honesty, transparency. She chooses not to know.
Honesty.
My mother broke it down the best. She was like, people love to have a beautiful lie before they have the painful truth. And at the end of the day, because it takes a lot, you know what I mean? When you hear it, when you know what's going on, you have to face those emotions.
Damn.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, so if you just think like maybe it's that, it doesn't hurt as much. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to, and that's what poly is. You face them emotions. When someone puts on the table, like, yo, this is what I'm kind of thinking, whatever, you have to face those things. And
damn.
So that's too much for a lot of people.
Right.
So they rather just be blind to the situation and then be in la la land off everything and move forward. So when they say that shit, it just be funny, because the majority of the time I'll find out shorty messing with this person, and this person got a girl anyway and everything. She's the same one that says she could never be in this type of situation, but doesn't even know blindly she's in the situation, but she's lying to herself. But that makes it comfortable. You know what I mean? As
Because
long
you're
as I'm
blinded.
comfortable,
Right.
Yeah, because long as I'm comfortable.
As long as I'm ignorant to it, I am
But then
okay.
some of them are they love the winning. Well, shit, he cheating on his wife, or he cheating on his girl to come to me. You know, so they feel like they have the upper hand. So it's a lot of things within the situation.
Like, I've met women that actually know that they're dating, they're talking to a guy that has a wife, and they will actually, you know, be messing with the guy on the side and actually help the guy with his situation with his wife, so that she can continue to be that position she play.
Because they feel they winning.
I mean, 'cause
It's like, that's, to me, that's
I guess nothing
that's
really
poly.
needs to change.
Like Kanisha said, that's poly. Like,
That's
you
not-
sharing. I know
that's
it's not. I
not-
know.
yeah.
But ignorant side of me want to say that's poly because you sharing.
I mean, you
And
might
like,
as well convert to poly and
Exactly.
just, honestly, and just be on the
well,
same
you know,
playing
some
field.
people like to fulfill fantasy,
Yeah.
and that's probably like what that is, a fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, so
My fantasy to be policy, but I know I would never like be successful at it because I'm too fucking selfish. And like, these three individuals are not as selfish as me. My selfish ways would, I'll be too solely focused on my happiness. I could barely make, you know, the one individual sometimes that I'm dating happy. So imagine me trying to keep two females happy. That would be the fucking.
I think you could do it, brother.
I'm so happy you said that, brother. Thanks, brother. You're the man.
We was just talking about lying to each other. You gotta speak honest. You gotta say the painful truth. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this.
Well, okay, Alex. As you being, you say, you know, you got people. I feel like you kind of a leader, like you were saying earlier. What do you feel like is the number one most viewers got wrong about these type of relationships?
I have my cake and eat it too. That's the biggest saying that I hate, because it's not I have my cake and eat it too. Because they're going off the sex aspect. They're sitting there, well, you know, you get two women, you get to sleep with two women openly and everything. No, but it's not about the sex. There'd be times that we go for a dry period for a minute, you know what I mean?
No matter what
And
type of relationship.
it just is what it is, because I have to handle my relationships individually and as a whole.
Okay. Right.
So I got to keep the balance. And then if I don't even have the issue, when they have the issue, I can make a suggestion, and if I suggest something a little too strong, a little too wrong, they're gonna feel like I'm picking a side. So now all of a sudden, now I'm the enemy. It's a real relationship where you actually have to put work in, where you actually have to have the balance. You have to actually listen. You have to actually deal with. Your mind is just operating all day, working on it. Yeah, constantly. You're communicating with this person. You're communicating with that person. No, it ain't my cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? It's really putting in some work and really having the balance for it.
And if you're lacking on any end of the communication, your relationship is going to dwindle and fall apart.
Wow.
It takes work. Double time. Double time.
If it's lacking on any side, it's
The
gonna fall.
transparency, like you have to be transparent at all time, right?
Yeah.
Honesty, everything. And then you have to learn how to deal with the emotions. And then You have to learn the individual that you're dealing with their emotions, because she might react different than she reacts.
Right.
Right.
So it's
I appreciate that.
always, so it's always learning. It's always
They're
a
both
process.
not the same.
Y'all women.
But it even goes in the same aspect. It even goes in the same aspect for dealing with these two.
Right.
I can't deal with her the same way I deal with him.
I agree,
in a
right.
moment of anger, in a moment of emotion.
So
because she's not gonna give me the same reception as he is.
That makes sense.
So imagine me, DB. I can't handle one woman's emotion.
Yeah.
Now I gotta deal with 2D, man.
I know. That emotion. That's
Tell me
gonna.
I can do it. Tell me I can do it.
You can do it, bro. I believe you can do it, man. I don't
Alex
trip.
said you lying.
Oh,
man.
man,
We gonna keep going in the circle. It's a lying amorous.
No, it's like
and it'd be funny because that's what a lot of people ask for.
Right.
Give me the truth.
Right.
Give me
You
the
don't
truth.
want
And if
that
I
truth.
really give you the truth, are you gonna be able to take? It's it's a handicap to be real.
I agree.
Because I can tell you some real ass shit.
Real?
I agree.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
handicap to be real. Because if I tell you some real ass shit, you
You
get
don't want-
offended behind that shit.
Yes.
What you gonna do? You
Lash
gonna
out
instantly
on me.
lash out on me, but you wanted the realness,
I'm
right?
gonna call you a bitch.
Yeah, you gonna what? But for what? Because I told you, nigga, you can't take it. Like you know, so
No!
Whole
that's
ass
on
shit,
you.
man.
Then he gonna start
Whole ass shit, Alex. Whole ass shit, Alex.
Yeah, but it's like, nah, nigga,
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
rapping. You 48. Stop it. Oh, you gonna make you don't believe
You
in
right.
me? Nah, I'm being
Right.
real. Like you
You
know,
right.
so it's a handicap to be real.
Nigga, if you don't get a
handicap to be
motherfucking job
real.
and quit
Oh,
rapping,
my
ain't nobody slanging CDs no more. We streaming songs, right? We streaming.
Yo, listen to my joint. Listen to. But you know it is, and,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and that's the problem. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how people take it. Being real is
A lot of people can't accept it.
Mm-hmm.
It pisses
Yeah.
them off.
Makes
and-
sense.
And like even in my relationship, I feel like sometimes when I'm being real,
Yeah.
I still get, because of my issues, my mistakes I made in past relationships. I was still being like, no, you're not telling the truth. Like, yes, I am giving you the brutal on the truth, but they still couldn't handle it because I feel like because of my past transgressions within their relationships that they still, I already they fucked up the tree I've grown with them because it was growing on bad grass. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's
So
what
it's
you're
like,
saying,
okay, well, when I get to telling you the truth, I'm get to growing, I'm involved. Okay, so I'm giving you the truth right here. It's falling from the tree. They don't want to believe it because what it's built on. It's built on lies and this deception and wrongfulness of me being deceitful.
I
You're
get
young, you're dumb, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I don't know. Like I said, I respect each one of y'all what y'all do because it shows how completely unselfish you are to invite each other. Like he said, that boy got to deal with 3 relationships. One individually.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
break that
4,
down.
right?
Four.
4. Yeah, break
relationships.
that down.
So it'll be mine, Shalon's relationship,
Yeah.
mine, Chantel's relationship, Chantel, Shalon's relationship, and all of ours together.
Mm.
And that's just within us. We have children, so we have, handle those relationships too, individually
Absolutely.
too, because you can't just bind your kids into one.
Right.
So it takes a lot of really, understanding everything, trying to hear everything, trying to bring balance to everything. But yeah, it's a lot of work in these situations, and especially if, like, say Chantel had children, and then she had just separated from the baby father, the child's gonna see a divided home, and then come into this home if she had children, see an extra mother,
Right.
a dad, family, like that's
Yeah.
a lot for the. So it is.
Yeah,
it is a lot
definitely.
of communication and making sure the relationship with your children is understood and they know what's going on. And you don't know what, like, if she did have kids, what that baby father will be telling her. You what you doing? I knew you wasn't shit. I
Right,
knew you.
right.
You don't know what they
A lot of
saying.
negative
So
shit.
it's a lot for
Men do
a
that.
lot of the family. Yeah. Probably then in secret he probably telling his girl, man, see, I should have never came with your ass. I should have stayed with her. Goddamn. But you never know what it is. You know what I mean? She God damn it. But
So what happened to you?
yeah, these relationships do take a lot because, like I said, ours is more structured. Being a throuple in the poly world is more structured because you have polycues, you have solo poly, you have so many different things. Yeah,
I think I
solo
want to be
poly-
solo